debatable.
He just said that the other board members would be allowed to ask questions. That's what you said.
That is what we agreed to.
You did not allow me to ask questions.
That is what we agreed to. But as the chairman said, if you could answer again.
There was a motion to adjourn, a second, and that's not debatable.
Are you playing games?
I'm not playing games. I just wanted to make sure that we had an understanding.
I thought the understanding was the other board members could ask questions. You allow that.
And that is the understanding this evening as well.
It wasn't the other understanding the other night.
It was at the beginning of the meeting.
And you made sure that didn't happen.
I would say that
you intervene and say, Mr. Clay is here, he'd like to ask him questions?
I did not.
You did not?
I did not.
It's not debatable. There was a motion and a second. It's not debatable.
He's the one that's stating the agenda right now. And you did not follow that agenda the other night.
Again, the motion was not debatable.
Question.
I'm not asking that.
Jerry, hold it. I have a question. I think I could clear this up. Pete, you said that the non-committee board members sitting at this table can ask questions. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes, but if I could just respond.
Are you going, no, let me ask you my full question before you respond. The opportunity to ask questions, will they be made, will that courtesy be offered prior to a quick motion and second to adjourn? That's all I need to answer. That's all I need
to the chair.
How can I predict when there's going to be a motion to adjourn?
You can predict anything you want. You can say to the individual, if Tom Gilmore says, I make a motion to adjourn as chairman, courtesy to the rest of the board members in this room is, just a minute, Mr. Gilmore, we're going to hold your motion and see if there are other members on this, at this table that want to ask questions. This is a kangaroo court the way you're running it, and I'm not going to let it stand. I'm going to scream and yell. I'll interrupt you every minute I can interrupt you. If you're not going to give us an opportunity, board members that are here, if you're not going to give us an opportunity to ask legitimate questions having to do with the budget, I am going to disrupt your operation. Guaranteed.
That's normal.
No, it
Why
ain't
should
normal.
that surprise you?
No, what's normal is your attitude and your bum's rush, plastic banana operation to get things done. And mine is a whole lot better than yours.
You've got an opinion.
I'll second
I
it.
cannot predict
I'll second
when
it.
there's a motion.
Tom Gilmore, I'm a taxpayer. I'm getting
There's a man in
tired.
the
I'm
audience.
getting
You gotta
tired of
give him
hearing these council members.
opportunity to
I
speak.
cannot predict.
The man in the audience wants
You
to
already
speak.
said you could.
The man in the audience wants to speak. Hear him out.
I'm not.
You are.
When there's
You
a
are.
When there's a second.
You are.
Talk to him.
Let everybody speak on the
He's
council.
talking to you.
You're not the only one.
So that the man can speak, please.
Well,
Go ahead, sir.
My name is Dan McCarty.
Convene this meeting and reconvene with Attorney Preston.
A worthwhile returning, I hope.
I beg your
That's
pardon.
fine. When you reconvene, you better give us 48-hour notice.
That's right. We'll be here again, and I want to still talk.
Let me point something out to you. This thing says, the department budget presentation have been scheduled. Department budget. Can you tell me what government department NIDA is in and why they're on the agenda as a department? Answer the question.
Department budget.
They are not a department. They are not. NIDA is not a public department. NIDA is a 501c3. Am I right? Where is he at, Mr. Young? Where are you, Mr. Young? 501c3? Huh? Not-for-profit organization, subject to 990 tax return, etc. You are not a government body. You are not part of this county board or this county operation. And he has no business, NIDA has no business on the agenda.
And then the other question is this a public meeting? Does the public
You don't have enough
the
seating
right
here.
to ask questions and respond to what this committee does tonight?
We should reconvene and have it in a larger forum with Attorney Preston.
Certainly it's an open meeting. Certainly it is. And the public does have a my opinion. I think it's important, but I do think that we have some business to conduct. So we could have some rules to conduct the business, allow for full public comment, allow for full questions after the end of each, this is just, again, my
Each
opinion.
budget.
Again, my opinion. And so that we can conduct the business and get public comment, is
Okay.
what I suggest.
And I have no problem with that, Pete, but see, the other night you didn't do that. You left no time for board members to ask questions. You left no time for the public to comment. None.
Again, and I'm only speaking.
And you were party to that.
Right.
And you knew I wanted to ask questions.
And again, I'm only speaking to that question at this point.
I understand it, but the bottom line is you were party to not allowing me to ask questions. You were.
Correct, I did
Okay.
vote to adjourn, I did.
Okay,
But that was at the end of the meeting. We're at the beginning of the meeting now.
I understand that, but you're trying to set protocol that you broke the other night,
And
specifically.
Again, the motion was non-debatable. So
Okay, you're
All I
playing
can-
games again, Pete.
all I can do is ask again that we're allowed to conduct business, get questions at the end of each budget center.
You know,
And get the
you
job
wanna
done.
play a game where you can conduct your business, but you wanna cut us out of our business. And that's exactly what you did. You cut us out of our business.
The people want to be
Specifically.
represented.
Yeah, the people, I don't want to get into debate other than that's my recommendation to the chairman, that we conduct the business that way this evening.
How about a consensus around the table that every budget section, as you complete it, you will give board members, non-committee board members, and/or public attendants an opportunity to ask a question.
I think there's a motion on the table.
No, there's a motion.
Yeah, Sheila made one. Seconded.
or that we would reschedule in a larger venue with attorney present to give people proper room to sit.
Why do you need an attorney present for me to ask a question of you
They're
Yeah.
very,
relative to the budget?
There's a motion on the table.
Who was the second?
Discussion?
I would like to say that I would like a venue in which we had whether you want to use the rules or some kind of procedure so that we can get the business of the county done and allow for public opinion without the kind of yelling matches that we've had already. That's my opinion.
what would be, we're in discussion. Let's see. It couldn't be any sooner than Thursday, could it?
You do have to have public notice.
Right.
You can recess now.
Well, let's recess and see if we can even have a boardroom where it will be a little bit better for the public to view and participate. I would feel that would be, I would like to give everybody a chance to, I mean, well, let's make it perfectly clear, this is not the democracy, it's a Republican form, which is representative. I said that word, representative democracy, whereby the elected representatives are those who make the decisions and vote. But I'm perfectly willing to give courteous input prior to voting. That's how I think we should have I mean, and I think that would be a little bit better and more comfortable for everyone.
Are you amending your motion?
To do what? To be more comfortable?
No. Your motion was
To reschedule.
reschedule.
Right,
No, she's
in
not.
a large, right, what,
She's not amending her motion,
Then her motion requires 2 days' notice, because it's
so,
rescheduled.
well, then I will amend my motion to
Recess.
recess with the same intention.
Okay.
So how's the public supposed to know?
anybody else?
Well, we could possibly pick the same
Need to recess with a specific
date and time.
and place.
And Russell,
More seating.
yeah, Russell, do you have any input on what would be a good date?
It seemed to me the only place you could do it would be
County
front
board.
door.
Right, right.
It's the only place we would
certainly not our meeting. Thursday would be.
Personally, I don't mind moving ahead tonight here, but I'm not gonna put up with this order, so. I mean,
No,
You're the only one in disorder.
I don't have a
Better
problem,
off.
I don't have a problem with tonight if the questions are on a limited basis.
Well, they can't even sit, they're not in our chairs to sit.
Do you hear anybody complaining?
There's plenty of seating here. Everybody's
Well, I'll leave my motion.
Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second.
But we haven't named the time, we have to, a date certain we have to establish.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm game.
Thursday night?
Thursday, 6 o'clock,
Probably not on Wednesday.
Thursday,
same time. Thursday, same time,
In the county board room,
county board.
6 o'clock.
First of November?
It is. Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Looks like I'd rather do it on Halloween. Might be appropriate. Trick or treat.
further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. So we need a motion to,
Do we have
Don't
to?
you recess?
Don't do it.
Thursday at 6 o'clock, everyone.
Hey. Let's not have a kangaroo situation again. Let's do it like it's supposed to be done.